My next guests today are Jayson Yoss and Yuri Jacobo from GoldenWest Management. Come on over, guys.
Oh, hi. Lovely to see you.
Wait, let me slide through here. Good to see you as well. Get comfortable.
Thank you.
So we're chilling at the bar today. How are we doing?
Great.
Good.
Great. You said that with vengeance. Good.
Well, what's today? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Feels like a Monday.
Well, you just got back. You've been traveling. Actually, and now that I think about it, the last time that I saw Yuri was for my birthday party earlier this month. And if you know Yuri likes to party. She's a good time. Yuri didn't drink at my birthday party. So, just throwing that out there. Do you remember that?
I do remember. You guys looked wonderful, and Yuri had to leave early for some reason. I don't remember why.
You have to keep people on their toes, you know? Not give you what you expect. So.
It's true. It's true.
Just
It's fine. My birthday just comes around once a year, but no big deal. So, you guys, it's amazing to see you. Thanks for being here. You guys have the most amazing stories. I mean, stories for days. And one that really stands out that I just couldn't help but be like, oh wow, is apparently one of your employees has been chased down with like a fire hose, a gardening hose. Can we talk about that?
We can talk about that, right?
So, I mean, we have so many stories, but that one really sticks out. I think at that point the tenant felt like we were just out to get them. And I mean, just doing our service, going to post a nice little notice, and she was already waiting. So
She was ready for you.
Well, set the scene. Set the scene.
Set the scene. Hit us.
This is a resident who had a little bit of rough patch with the homeowners association where she lived.
Okay.
And they had continued to send her fines. And so eventually it got to the point where the management company had to step in and give her a notice saying, if you don't fix what you're doing, they're gonna hit you with these fines heavily or ask you to leave.
Okay, so she's making the HOA very angry with her. You guys step in to just say, hey, like something's got to change here, right?
Right. And this is also in a senior community, so everybody's 55 and older. And you wouldn't believe how the neighbors, they were at each other's throats. So the good gunner sergeant, Michael Ricks, property manager, former USMC, he was tasked with going to the property and posting a notice.
he was already well aware of what the situation could be. So he was already kind of like in the trenches waiting for it to happen.
Right.
And when
looking over his shoulder
like already crawling over, and there she was just waiting for him.
I think all 6'3" of Mike definitely low crawled to the door. He was hoping that they weren't going to be there. No such luck. So what happened was, as he was taping the notice to the door, he didn't even want to like actually ring the bell or something. Boom. Resident appears in the doorway, starts chirping at Mike. Mike slowly starts to back away. She goes for the hose.
She goes for the hose.
From what Mike said, he had to enter into full-on dead sprint as she grabbed the hose, turned the water in like 2.2 seconds, and was firing at Mike.
It's like she had it on and ready to go. She was prepared for this moment.
He's like, with the quickness, I was out. That's what Mike said.
Did he come back to the office all wet? Was
he had great. He was. Imagine Michael Ricks telling the story. It was funnier than we could do, but.
It was pretty funny, and that just goes to show you like what we do as property managers. Mm-hmm. You always feel like everything's going to be so hunky-dory, but when you're faced with a hostile situation, I mean, you have to laugh about it.
Well,
sometimes.
and we are talking about people's homes, and so people can get really sensitive. That's their domain, and they're like, don't tell me what to do. But as property managers, you want to make sure that they're obeying the laws, that they're safe, that all parties involved are happy, right? So tell me a little bit about the property management company. How are you guys doing things differently?
Right. So, first and foremost, communication. All right. We are committed to being the best communicators out there in the property management world, in the property management industry, and not just to our clients, but to the residents, to the vendors, to the referral partners that we work with. That's number one, first and foremost.
We do say that we will get back to you within 24 hours, whether it's a question or whatever you may have, but we will let you know at least, like, I will find out for you.
Sure.
Well, we'll get back to you at set date. I think communication is just so important in our industry.
Yeah.
And even if it's not going to be done, we will communicate this can't be done.
Sure.
Overly communicate sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you honestly, I'm a firm believer you can't communicate too much, like over communication. That's probably like not a good thing for dating, but you know, you just want to be communicative, and so.
Nobody likes to be left on read.
Red?
Red. Sorry, I'm not dating lately.
Left on
No,
read.
it's true though.
Sorry.
Left on scene.
Can't go wrong with the communication, but the other thing I was going to say is the fact that you're really focused on property management only. So you're not managing just 1 or 2 properties. You have how many throughout the county?
We have over 1,400 properties. And like you were saying, what sets us apart is we're not having to be realtors who are also renting out homes. We're licensed agents focused on property management. We don't do sales.
Right.
So no stepping on toes, no
really
stealing
important.
clients, no theft.
Yeah. And for your vendors and referral partners, that's important when they refer you business, that they know that that's going to come back to them in the end and that you're not just going to shell it out to someone else.
Right. Who wants to get a letter 6 months down the line saying, oh, you know, I said that I was going to honor your client and send them back to you, but no, we're going to do sales now and we're moving on. We've had realtors tell us that. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I think one of the most important things that sets us apart that I haven't seen any other property manager in the industry do it is we do have a mantra that we live by, and I think you know it.
Oh, girl, you know I know it.
So it's rental like you mean it.
I know.
And I mean, from A to Z, whatever that encompasses. Yes, it's a hashtag.
He was doing it. I couldn't help it. I was
hashtag rental like you mean it. So whenever we come across an owner who doesn't want to maybe spend the full amount on doing some sort of repair, are you renting it like you mean it? Or, we always go back to that.
That's a good question to ask. We're hanging out at True North Tavern and it's time for some blindfolded pool. Yuri, you're gonna be our first victim. Are you ready?
Down.
So here's the rules, you guys. We're gonna put this little blindfold on you. And Jayson is her partner, so Jason's gonna have to sit in that chair. You can't get up, you can't move, you have to sit like a statue, a little mannequin if you will. And you have to direct Yuri to get that ball in a pocket. All right, Jayson, it's on you to tell her what to do from here.
Well, we need to start with a pool cue. Yuri, I want you to turn to your right about 45 degrees stop. There you go, that's a pool cue, you just touched it.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, that's a stick. Oh, my bad.
Oh, I'm looking for the stick?
Oh, good, okay. Just grab, there you go, you got it, perfect. Now, a little more, boom, you are center on the table. Put the pool cue out. Right on the right wall. Okay, so roll on. Yeah, the point of it. Slide a little bit of that. Oh, got it, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go for it.
That was solid, oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Go for it. That's so hard.
Yeah, there you go. Now, aim nice and easy.
Aim.
Oh, well, there you go. That was good. Okay, great. Pull it down again in front of you with the ball. Up, right. Two, three.
Okay, killing time.
Actually, you did so good.
You're such a good story.
Wait, it was only one ball?
And then put your left hand to the left till you feel the edge. And then move forward a little bit with your hand. There you go. That's the pool stick.
Got it.
Okay, good job. Okay, so pick it up and then put your left hand down and feel across the table. We're gonna want you to go all the way to the other side of the table because that's where the white ball is. Okay, the white ball is not.
I bet you're good.
Yeah, who needs to breathe? It's all good.
Okay, so yeah, there's the pocket and there's the.
Yes.
So the white ball is right in front of the pocket. So, okay, yeah. Move down to the left a little bit. There's the ball. And so, yes, you're going to want to hit it right from there at that exact angle where you exactly are right now. And it's right where you are.
You hit it with strength too, dude.
Well, that was some blindfolded pool. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Thank you all for being such amazing sports and playing with me today.
Yeah.
Even though you kind of took a beating, I'm just saying.
It's true.
Right?
Great work.
Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. I'm Claire McKee. This has been The Know.
You are